Good morning, dear students. Today we can discuss the next experiment, that is experiment number 6, CPU scheduling. So based on your syllabus, you have to study 4 CPU scheduling algorithm. First one, FCFS, that is first come first serve. Then SJF, shortest job first, round robin algorithm, as well as priority algorithm. Okay, so first one, FCFS, that is first come first serve. So this is a process scheduling algorithm. So first you have to enter the number of process. Okay, for that you can use arrays. Then you have to enter burst time of each process. So what is burst time? Burst time is the time required to execute a process. After that, you have to calculate the process number and its completion time. So based on the burst time, you have to calculate the completion time. How many time is required to complete a particular process. Then you have to calculate turnaround time. Total time required to complete the process. Waiting time plus its burst time. So the total completion time is actually the total turnaround time. Then you have to calculate the waiting time. So what is waiting time? Waiting time is it is the time required to wait a process in its ready queue. Okay, these all the times you have to calculate. So FCFS scheduling is which processes come first, it will be served first. Okay, so here we have entered 4 processes and the burst time of the first process is 3, then 4, then 2, then 1. So process P1, P2, P3 and P4. So the burst time is 3, 4, 2, 1. BT stands for the burst time. So what is the completion time of the first process? It is 3. So burst time is equal to the completion time. It's total execution time. Then after 3 time period, P2 will enter into its execution. So the burst time of P2 is 4. So the total time required to complete the process P2 is 3 plus 4, that is equal to 7. Okay, then P3. P3, its burst time is 2. So the total time required to complete P3 is, first we have to finish the P1, then P2, then P3. So the total time required to complete P3 is 3 plus 4 plus 2, that is equal to 9. Then P4, so 3 plus 4 plus 2 plus 1, that is 10. So the completion time is equal to turnaround time in the case of FCFS. Then what is the waiting time? So process 1, that is the first process in the ready queue. So there is no waiting time for the process P1, but P2 will wait for 3 time period because the burst time of the P1 is 3. So P2 have to wait 3 time period. Okay. Then P3, its waiting time is 7 because P3 will wait for P1 and P2 to complete. Okay. So the burst time of P1 is 3 and burst time of P2 is 4. So we have to, P3 have to wait for the total time required to complete the P1 and P2. That is 7. Okay. So when we look into P4, so what is the waiting time of P4? P4 has to wait to complete P1, P2 and P3. That is 3, 4 and 2, which will be equal to 9. So this is FCFS scheduling. First come, first serve. Which process is coming first, that will be served first. Okay. Okay. In which order the processes are coming? In that order also, the operating system schedule the processes. Okay, that is FCFS. Then second one is shortest job first. Which job or which process is the shortest one? It will be executed first. So how to find out the shortest job? First you have to enter the process number, then you have to enter the burst time of all the process, then you have to sort the burst time. Okay, in an ascending order. So which one have a burst time in the minimum, that will be served first. That is shortest job first. Okay, based on this you can calculate the completion time, turnaround time and waiting time. Okay, so this is the output. Enter the number of process, that is 4. Then burst time of each process 3, 4, 2, 1. 3 is the burst time of the process 1. 4 is the burst time of the process 2, and process 3 has burst time 2, and process 4 has burst time 1. So based on this burst time, which one is the first to schedule? P4 is to be scheduled because its burst time is very low compared to all other process. So first served one is the process with lowest burst time. So P4 will be scheduled first. After that P3, then P1, then P2. Based on this sorting, you have to calculate the OS have to calculate completion time, its turnaround time and waiting time. Okay, this is shortest job first. Then the third scheduling algorithm, that is round robin scheduling. So round robin scheduling, it's also a process scheduling algorithm. So you have to enter the number of process and you have to enter the burst time of process. From that you can calculate the completion time and its turnaround time and waiting time. So this round robin scheduling algorithm, it is actually based on a time quantum. Okay, that means you have to fix a time slice. So first you have to enter the number of process, then you have to enter the burst time of each process. Here 3, 4, 2, 1 is the burst time of P1 to P4. Then you have to enter the time slice. Here we entered 2 as the time slice. So the first process is P1, its burst time is 2. So it will execute up to 2 times. Then it will switch on to next process, that is P2. Again they will be executed into time period 2. Then switch on to P3 process. It will be completed because its time slice and burst time is equal. Okay, 2 is the burst time of the P3 and the time slice is also, time quantum is also 2. So it will be completed in 1 clock cycle. Okay, then P4 it will also complete it. Then after completing P3 and P4, it will again switch on to P1 to complete, because already 2 time slice is completed. One more burst time is the total is 3. So after that you have to complete P2. That is the procedure for the round robin algorithm. Then the fourth one, it's priority scheduling. So first you have to enter the number of process, then you have to enter the burst time, then you have to enter the priority for the process. Based on the priority, the process have to be scheduled. Okay, so this is the output. So you have to enter the number of process as 4 and the burst time 3, 4, 2, 1. So and then you have to enter the priority of each process. So the priority of first process is 4, second process is 2, and the third process is 1, and fourth process is 3. So first executed process is the third one, P3, because its priority is 1, then P2, then P4, then P1. Based on this order, you can calculate the completion time, turnaround time and waiting time. Okay, so these are the CPU scheduling algorithms in your syllabus. Thank you.